Good evening and welcome to Thai PBS English News Service. I'm Subhajon Kulinsawan. Around midday today, Phuket Island was shaken again by a 3.1 magnitude earthquake, and the tremor could be felt by locals island-wide. Meanwhile, authorities rushed to check the damage at the Bang Niao Dam Dam in Talang district, fearing that the earthquake had affected its structure. However, no damage was found. Experts from the Department of Mineral Resources have inspected the stability of the Bang Niao Dam Dam because it is located in Talang district, the epicenter of the 4.3 magnitude earthquake yesterday. The location of the epicenter of today's 3.1 magnitude aftershock has not been confirmed. The length of Bang Niao Dam Dam is 860 meters, the height is 30 meters, and the thickness is 8 meters. The maximum retention capacity of the reservoir behind the dam is 7 million cubic meters. Authorities claim thousands of lives of locals would be at risk if the Bang Niao Dam Dam cracked. Suwit Kosuwan, researcher from the Department of Mineral Resources, indicated that no crack was found in the dam because an earthquake on this scale would not severely affect buildings or other constructions in Phuket. Yet 33 houses in Talang district found cracks caused by the tremor. Local authorities are in the process of undertaking restoration work. For more information on the earthquake, the public can call the National Disaster Warning Center hotline at 192. Meanwhile, experts are arguing over the exact location of the epicenter of the earthquake, which shook Phuket Island today and yesterday. However, all agree that the size and earth movement will not cause severe damage or cause tsunamis.
The huge 8.6 quake of northern Sumatra Island last week is the cause of a series of aftershocks affecting several provinces in southern Thailand. Burin Wetbantheng, director of Seismological Bureau, says the earthquake yesterday was measured at 4.3 on the Richter scale, and its epicenter was in the Talang district of Phuket province. However, Professor Thanawat Jatuphongsagun, a disaster expert from Chulalongkorn University, disagrees. Professor Thanawat believes that the earthquake was measured at 3.9 on the Richter scale and the epicenter was located at Yai Island of Phang Nga province, citing data from the U.S. Geological Survey. Professor Thanawat explained to Thai PBS that the data from USGS showed that the earthquake yesterday was 10 kilometers underground and its epicenter was located at Yai Island of Phang Nga province. Koh Yao is located near to the Klong Mari Fault.
I think the earthquake which have epicenter in Thailand is quite not much, quite few, but in my opinion, I am afraid the big earthquake in the Andaman Sea, like the Baren Island, is one of the the dangerous zone for the transform fault, the big transform fault, which continue from the Sumatra Island to the Andaman Sea. We should use the local data, local information to analyze and make decisions.
He further explained that there are 3 types of fault lines, and yesterday's tremor was of a type unlikely to trigger a tsunami. Moreover, he insists that an earthquake on this scale will not affect the 13 active fault lines in Thailand if it were to have a vertical movement like in 2004. However, an 8.6 magnitude quake would have caused massive damage. Meanwhile, Associate Professor Seri Suparatit, director of the Serinthorn International Environmental Park, says after the earthquake, the Thai Meteorological Department did not send a report to USGS, so the information on the earthquake is not considered to be of international standard. Kankornrak Tham, Thai PBS.
Despite the government's ambitious proclamation of 0 deaths during Songkran, it turns out that the death toll during this year's Songkran 7 dangerous days saw more people die on the roads than last year. Yesterday alone saw 291 accidents that killed 29 people and injured another 308. In another busy day on the highways as holiday makers rushed home or back to work. 6 of the 7 dangerous days saw a total of 2,872 accidents involving 3,059 injuries and 282 deaths, excluding today's accident toll, which is the last of the 7 dangerous day. The 2012 Songkran death toll of 2,082 had already surpassed last year's total, which was 271. The number of accidents actually decreased when compared to last year, so the disaster prevention officials reveal that the road accidents in 2012 were therefore more deadly. Insufficient police on duty during the long holidays is one of the main problems when trying to curb drunk driving, speeding, and motorcycling without a helmet. The Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation says a social measure is needed to persuade drivers to obey the law, while a special ad hoc force should be deployed to curb accidents rather than to depend solely on local police. A recent survey by Songkran poll suggests that most Thais are still worried about the soaring cost of living. However, farmers say that the upward trend of prices of agricultural products is only seasonal and thus temporary. An academic, on the other hand, called on the government to increase market competition as a way of reducing living costs in the long term. Kun Bandit Ket Bandit has more.
Skyrocketing living costs remain the greatest problem challenging Thai households. According to a study by Songkran poll, which surveyed a little over 2,000 people before Songkran, 42% pointed to insufficient income and increasing levels of debt as the main problem that Thai families have to endure. Likewise, almost 40% revealed that not being able to make ends meet and the soaring cost of living are the major causes of family division. The cost of living continues to trend upward despite the government's attempt to curb the rising commodity prices. Agricultural products in particular are becoming more expensive due to the dry season that curtails production. Among many others, limes saw a significant increase in price when compared with that of last year. Nevertheless, wholesalers noted that the spike in agricultural product prices, such as limes, is a seasonal trend that lasts for only a couple of months, and prices will eventually fall.
Somboon, a lime wholesaler at Talat Thai, says the lime prices would soon plummet because lime growers are likely to attempt to exploit the high prices by flooding the market with their products. As supply overwhelms the market, the larger sized limes, which are now trading at around 9 to 10 baht each, for example, could see their price plunge to as low as 1 baht as soon as the dry season ends.
Consumer prices were up 3.45% year-on-year in March. This is attributed not only to the rise in the world energy prices, but also to the domestic food and beverage price index that surged by more than 7%. At the same time, the price index for non-food and beverage products increased by 1.23%.
รัฐจะต้องส่งเสริมให้ธุรกิจทั้งหลายนี้ได้มีการแข่งขัน
Still, Montri Sokatiyanurak of NIDA said that an inflation rate of 3 to 4% is actually not that high. Beyond the government's Tukjai retail shops, which provide budget prices on 20 specific items, the director suggested a more competitive market as a long-term solution for curbing the rising cost of living. At present, only a small number of companies determine product prices. Montri indicated that the government needs to boost SMEs and provide a competitive environment in which they are able to compete with the larger firms. A mechanism that protects competition also needs to be implemented and enforced, like the antitrust law in the United States. This is Bandit Ket Bandit reporting for Thai PBS.
Thank you, Kun Bandit. Following last month's bombing in Hat Yai, many agencies related to the promotion of tourism in Songkhla province are joining hands to organize the Hat Yai 5 discounts in 5 weeks in an attempt to attract worried tourists back to the city. There's a quiet atmosphere at tourist attractions in Hat Yai once again as the Songkran festivities come to an end and foreign travelers pack their bags and return home. Many agencies related to the promotion of tourism have begun discussing ways to rebuild the tourism industry in Songkran province after the bombings of the Lee Gardens Plaza Hotel scared tourists away on March the 31st. The group came with an idea to organize Hat Yai 5 discounts in 5 weeks. The mega discount spree includes reducing the rates of hotel rooms by 10 to 30%, reducing the price of 4 flight routes before noon every day, reducing entrance fees at tourist attractions, discounting food and beverage prices, and discounting some products in shopping malls by up to 70% until May the 20th. Authorities have also committed to further boosting security in the city. The Tourist Business Federation of Songkran revealed that the number of tourists during the Songkran festivity was 98% of last year's figure, and the amount of tourism revenue generated was more than 220 million baht, but it could have been as much as 350 to 400 million baht if the bombings had not occurred. The Prime Minister is in China for her 3-day official visit. A Chinese-funded rail link, which will pass through Thailand, is likely to be one of the main focuses of discussion, along with several business meetings with the Chinese private sector. Here's more from Kun Hugh Adams.
Thai Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra arrived in China earlier this afternoon, following an invitation from the Chinese Prime Minister Wen Jiabao. Most of the PM schedule is filled with business meetings rather than ceremonial appearances. Renowned for being the world's factory, Professor Sompop Manarungson of Chulalongkorn University's Faculty of Economics suggests the PM's visit is not aimed at promoting Chinese investment in Thailand, but rather to focus on using Thailand as a gateway in exporting Chinese goods to the ASEAN region.
I don't think that Chinese company is very interested in investing in Thailand in the manufacturing sector, particularly in the flooding area of Thailand, the area of the upper part of Bangkok surrounding Ayutthaya and Pathum Thani area. So I think Thailand may be interested to have China coming to more and more to this country to use Thailand at the hub, at the gateway connecting to the neighboring countries.
Prime Minister Yingluck says she will discuss major commercial projects with her Chinese counterparts and those in the business sector, as well as strengthen bilateral relations and upgrade strategic partnerships and cooperation between Thailand and China. Hugh Adams, Thai PBS.
Thank you, Kun Hugh. Tomorrow, the People's Alliance for Democracy, also known as the Yellow Shirt Movement, will launch their movement's opposition to the return of former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra to Thailand as a free man if the controversial reconciliation law passes. At the same time, the government is insisting that the National Reconciliation Plan is not intended to benefit any individual. Surapong Towichakchaikun, Foreign Minister, told the media that after the draft of the National Reconciliation Law passes the cabinet, it may become law in as little as 4 months. Surapong says at that time, Thaksin Shinawatra would be able to return home. The Foreign Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Chalerm Yubamrung says that the law will not become an emergency decree. This act will go through Parliament's normal consideration process as it will benefit everyone who wishes to see a more peaceful Thailand. And this proposed law will not benefit anyone in specific. Meanwhile, tomorrow, the PAD, or the People's Alliance for Democracy, together with anti-Thaksin supporters, will announce their campaign to oppose Thaksin's return to Thailand as a free man due to this proposed reconciliation law, which may revoke his jail term. This Sunday, the PAD is expected to rally at the Army Sports Club. The court sentenced Thaksin to a 2-year jail term due to conflict of interest when he was in power. Fugitive former Prime Minister Thaksin is in self-exposed exile after a coup overthrew him in 2006. And that brings us to the end of tonight's edition of Thai PBS English News Service. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow night, same time, same place. I'm Subhajan Klinsawan. Sawasdee krap.